Hello, in today's video I will show you how to find the average rate of change over an interval for a function. So the average rate of change is given by this formula, where over the interval a and b, the average rate of change can be found using f of b minus f of a over b minus a. But this is very familiar, and we can see how this relates to the slope formula. F of b is just y2, f of a is just y1, and b is just x2, and a is just x1. So technically, this formula can also be rewritten as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is basically the change in y over the change in x. And this is the slope formula. So in order to apply this, we can have this example here, where if we have the function x plus 3 over x minus 1, and we want to find the average rate of change over the interval 2 and 6. Now the first thing we need to note is these square brackets. This signifies that the numbers 2 and 6 are included in this interval, and this will make it very easy for us to find the average rate of change. So first, we want to find the y value if we plug in x is equal to 6 on this function. So by using a calculator, we can simply plug in the x values, 6 and 2, and we can find the top of the numerator of this average rate of change. So 6 plus 3 becomes 9, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So we get an f of b value of 9 over 5. And now we need our f of a value. So for f of 2, we plug in 2, and we get 5 over 1, which is just 5. And over b minus a, so 6 minus 2, which is 4. And so now we can solve this. I'm going to plug this into a calculator to make this easier. And so as you can see, we get an average rate of change of minus 0.8. So to summarize, the average rate of change formula can be used, which is f of b minus f of a over b minus a. But this formula is also equivalent to that of the slope of a function formula. And this can be used to find the average rate of change over a certain interval, simply by plugging in the x values of the interval and obtaining the y values that these x values would give, and then inputting it over into the slope formula.